There would be no magic without Magic Jack.
Magic Jack!
My turn?
Magic, you got some songs or poems to share?
Let's do a poem first.
All right, good night.
I'm not a laureate of anything, by the way.
Driving.
I'm just a striver.
Driver.
I didn't even know I was a poet till I met Thom last year.
You are.
Tom does that to
But he
people.
assured me that
He was already.
You do that to...
And all you have to do is bribe the council and you can become a laureate too.
Whoops.
she said, bribe the council and you can be a laureate too. So tonight is about privilege. And so I thought, well, let's take a look and see what the dictionary says. Privilege, a special right, advantage, or immunity granted or available only to a particular person or group of people. In my childhood, a privilege was something that you were taught we might be granted in some cases. But at the same time, it was something also in the way of a gift freely promised. I say the word might. It was not always certain or promised to us. What was certain was that punishment would follow disobeying. But free privileges were there for the having, if we are awakened to them. It was through the grace of our Creator that we had blessings bestowed on us. We were expected to nurture our hearts and our minds and our souls in return for these blessings. Blessings were first and foremost free gifts, a privilege for us to be the recipients. Privilege was what we were expected to feel in response to these blessings. Expectations were engendered into our lives to share all those blessings generously. Once chosen, it was our privilege to bestow all the wonder and talent and treasure that we were gifted. And the promise to us was that in doing so, we would receive many times more the grace and gifts that we shared. It is, in a way, a formula. And yes, in practice, it is one that is not easy, not an easy quest upon which to set our lives. But the truth, the Word that was made flesh, the gospel truth is that it works. Our ego wants the world to work in the way that we want it to work. That is not our privilege. Our privilege is to be invited into the dance of life, to sing in it, to walk in it, to bring ourselves to it fully. The world is full of greatness and light. It is our world. It is our privilege to live within it and to savor it completely. We should all and each of us bestow that privilege to ourselves each moment. More importantly, to bestow that privilege to everyone who comes into our lives. Is that not even the greater privilege? Thank you.
Maybe I should have asked him to stay up here, because Thom, you're next.
But you... Thom, like that. You started.
Hey,
I'm not
I've known
happy.
you, I've always loved the incredible positivity of your work. Not just the words, but the actual, your life and that. And Carmen, thank you so much for allowing us to play in your pasture. And Nancy, thank you for being here.
Really.
So, and Odalisa sings in the church choir. So it's a secret I'm laying it, so this is dedicated to all of you. Habitually speaking, I pray you understand how meditation and contemplation changes every woman and man, and how prayers, chants, and hymns change our consciousness, especially when employed at the very core of us, Reassuring each church choir as in a tribal way you sway to the rhythms inherent in the play of sounds and musics combined unto Sunday. To reaffirm beliefs in which you wish to stay, different lyrics might produce a Beyonce, Madonna Cohen or Lady Gaga type play, Britney Spears or some rock goddess on party. In this words has power and song has liberation, combined with sacredness in special situations. When we combine our voices, our choices multiply. Harmony and power ours. Watch those great notes fly. Thank you for admitting the privilege. Salati and Sharia. Do you remember Malala? Shot for wanting education for half the human race. Do you recall Van Gogh, that Amsterdam filmmaker, stabbed for depicting images of the prophet? Buddhists of Bamiyan were art in stone, yet religion destroyed all of them. Fatwas were issued against Salman Rushdie for writing those satanic verses. No, this poet is for free speech and freedom of assembly is not religious and wishes only their own karma for anti-life actions against art, music, poetry, life and human beings. We are Luddites Anonymous. Lurk inside all of us, apart from new modelitis, apart from phone bugitis, apart from gotta habititis. My AAA tow truck driver has an iPad, computer, GPS and several phones. His truck and mobile internet call base without which we would have no service. With or without brain cancer, each of us adapts to new tech life. Barely remembering days of conversation calls and public phone boxes and silences. By the way, does anyone remember silence?